SOCIALLY Nation.
Hey, what's going on, y'all? Welcome to Social Complex IMP Body. We're going to do things a little bit differently today. We're going to have a segment called Socially Opinionated, where we have our guests, we have our true listeners tune in, and they give their opinions on different situations that we do. So let's start the fucking show.
I think I could do a friends with benefit situation as long as it's beneficial to my time, my sanity, and if the sex is good.
Okay, of course.
I personally believe that...
Come on with it. I'm interested.
Friends with benefits, I feel like as the older you get, I feel like it doesn't make as much sense. Like, why are we still being friends with benefits? It's either we're going to be fucking with each other or not. But if we happen to fall in that situation, because I see a lot of people on the internet be like, it's just better to fuck your friends, right? But if
Who said that?
It was like, I think it was like on Valentine's Day or some shit. I'm like, oh, that's a good point. Like, it's better to just fuck your friends.
At least you're somebody you trust.
Right, I agree. But if we are in that situation, I think that first of all, you have to define, like, are you really friends and fucking, you know? And what kind of friends are we? What are we benefiting from this relationship? Are you giving me rides to work? Are you paying some bills? Why
we gotta get right to the bills?
Like, what is the benefit of us still fucking around?
It's the benefit of you have a person that you are having constant sex with, but there's
is
no
sex
strings
that
attached.
serious?
I was just about to say, is sex the only benefit? Because I think we immediately attach sex as the benefit for friends with benefits. You know,
right?
Friends with if you talking about
but I think that's the definition of it. That's a
relationship.
That's a
relationship.
And look, I ain't paying not nada until look.
If all we doing is fucking,
if all we doing is that, nah.
But is having sex that serious where you have to have a friends with benefit relationship? Like, I don't understand, like, why can't you just not have sex and just do whatever the fuck you gotta do for your life? Like, do I really need to be fucking you?
You can't.
Until I find a boyfriend. Like, I don't feel like it's that deep to me. But,
it's not, and I think it just depends on, like, the situation. Like, if like two people agree and they say, like, all right, I do like you physically, you know what I'm saying? I'm attracted to you physically, and shoot, we're gonna choose to do this as adults.
Right.
Cool. You know what I'm saying? But, like, I think the communication process needs to be open as that prolongs. You know what I'm saying?
Constant.
Because
what's open communication?
Okay, so like the longer it goes on, you know, like, all right, say we say, all right, look, we did it one time. Well, shoot, I kind of you want to do it again? Like, shit, all right, cool, I want to do it again, right?
Open is but also,
but like, look, like so like all right, say you've been doing it for a month, right? All right, maybe the mind state is still the same at a month. Like, we just doing it. We just doing it just cause. You know.
So, are you having a conversation before, like, okay, or is it like something you just slip into?
Let's just say it just happened.
Before.
I mean,
you gotta have it. You gotta have that talk.
Two people know when they're attracted to each other.
Everybody's not gonna be on the same wavelength.
That's true.
You could be attracted to the person, but
I'm saying when it first happens, I mean, when it first happens, it's not always like, okay, look, all right, we have this agreement here. We're gonna do it at this time, this date. Sign here. You know what I'm saying? It's not like this. It's like shit. You was looking good one. You know, I thought you was looking good too, and boom, it happens. You know.
Because when I think of friends with benefits, I think of, like, say for example, you know, me and you been rocking. Like, we just literally been friends, hanging out, doing whatever. Like, not having sex. There's no sex. There's no, like, you're not making any sexual references or jokes or anything. And then, like, we go out one night to a party. Yeah. And we have sex.
And it happened.
And
it was good.
And it was good.
I think that's just.
And I was throwing that ass back. You feel me? Like,
the dress was just like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and so from there, I feel like that it's important to have a conversation, because now when you bring sex into a situation, like, that changes the whole dynamic of the relationship, you know, because you know, feelings get involved.
That's why I was saying, as it prolongs, you know, like, we have to talk about these feelings that we're having now.
Because
like,
if you got a friends with benefit situation, and then she sees you out one day with another girl, that's why you gotta have that communication of, like, look, yeah, we having sex, we friends with benefits, but I can still see other people.
So do you have that like the example that I just gave? Do you have that conversation on the first time y'all have sex?
I think you have to. You have to lay out some type of the guidelines, because eventually we're humans, we're creatures of habit. Eventually feelings are gonna get involved some point, whether it's a month, 2 months, or 3 months down the line. Somebody's gonna get their feelings involved. And if somebody sees Retro out with another chick one weekend after he just smashed her on a Wednesday or Thursday.
Yeah, there's no way you're smashing my guts to smithereens, and I see you out with some other bitch, nigga. It's going down. Like, that's why I can't do the friends with benefits thing.
Okay,
like, I would run up on you, nigga. Like,
that's
what's up?
crazy.
Like, what happened?
Friends with benefits is probably not for you.
Okay,
it's not for me. Like, I'm a relationship type of girl.
So you need to be friends with quickies, pretty much. Like,
if we friends,
you don't need to get the legs shaking and shit.
No, I don't need none of that in my life. I don't need none of that. Like, if we just friends, like literally just friends, and we have sex, like, it's not happening.
Okay, so there's a level of sex that it has to go to. Okay, so once
like if you got my legs up in the air and shit, nigga, like,
so once it go past a 5 and like good, then it's like that's your boyfriend.
So you've never had a guy where it's like you so attracted to him, but you just want sex, and then you want to just go on about your business and live your life.
Yeah, that's when I was in a different place in my life.
Don't text or call me unless we.
See, and
that's when I was in a different place in my life.
So we gotta define the benefits.
Yeah, like if I'm on that shit where it's like, I don't give a fuck, like I'm out here, and I ain't even gonna lie to you, when I first moved to Houston, like that's the type of time I was on. Like, nigga, like, okay, I'm gonna fuck you, and then whenever you come over is whenever you come over. Like, whatever, I'm keeping it moving. Like, I'm out here exploring the town and shit like that, So now where I'm at in my life is like, I don't want to do that type of shit. So if you fucking me, nigga, you gonna be fucking me.
That's it.
Ain't none of that, you going out, seeing other women type shit, unless, we agreed to be polygamous. That's the only that's other. That's a whole nother subject. But I'm just saying, like, that's the only time I'd be.
Okay, so as far as a good wingman, I think it's like you have to respect when you are the wingman, right? You know what I'm saying, or the wing woman, because it's like, all right, somebody might see somebody, and it's like, all right, boom, locked in, boop, in my sight, in my scope. And, your bro can't just be like, nah, bro, I'm going to go in first. Like, it's like that order has to be established already. Like, look, bro, that's who I'm going for. So you got to, and regardless of whatever the friend may look like, you got to, and I think it's fair to say, look, all right, I'm going to need you to go this far, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I think the wingman does deserve some consent when it goes down. Because, like, if she just like a LLL, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them. You got to take it on your own, bro.
Yeah, I think you got to know what your friend likes too. Know what your partner or your homegirl is attracted to. Yeah. Know what they like. You know what I mean? And before you just, you know what I'm saying, you go in and like back in the day, we used to call it, throw me the alley oop. You know what I mean? Just so you got to know what they like before you throw them the alley oop.
Yeah, that's childish.
Don't throw me no alley oop. See, my thing, like, with a good wing woman to me is like, okay, if he with his friend or whatever. Mm-hmm. You gotta take the L for the team, period. I don't give a fuck what the friend look like. He's fat, breath stink. You take the L until I get the number, nigga, or he get my number, or he buy the drinks. Until the deal is done, you ain't got shit to say. Okay. You don't say nothing.
Okay, so how do you
you ain't got nothing to say.
So like how do you give your homegirl the signal? Like, do you discuss like an escape signal if it ain't what you thought it was? Like, hey, this nigga broke, or it's like, or this nigga breath stink. So it's like we both got to dip. Like, do you have like a
texting each other?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, is there like a safe word or some shit? Like, banana, like man, that's like
there's no safe word. It's just like, yo, fuck that nigga, we out, or I'm going to another part of the bar, or whatever. Yeah. But it's like, if we out here, like, especially like if you have a boyfriend, I don't care. Your nigga should have never let you out. You gotta take the L.
Damn.
You have to take one for the team. Period. I'm taking a lot of L's for the team.
So how far does the L go though?
If her friend, if your wing woman, the dude she's entertaining for you, if he asks her for her number, is she obligated
give a fake number? You already know. We have these conversations. Okay. My friends have
I saw that
give out a fake number.
I saw that cover.
You have to. Period. Like, you have to. That's just law.
Okay, so have you ever been in a situation where like your wingman like fucked it up? Like your wingman like was like just did not. I personally haven't. Shout out to my bros.
Yeah, I can't.
You know what I'm saying? Shout out, man. Y'all no, not but not my two bros currently, not James and B. I'm just putting that out there because they are happily in relationships.
I can't remember a time where I had a wingman that fucked it up.
That's what's up, bro. That's what's up.
Yeah, you got some good people on your team. Like, I remember I went to Puerto Rico, right, with me and my friend, me and one of my best friends, right?
Yeah.
And we ran into these two Spanish niggas, right? So, you know, we chopping it up at this bar or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And I'm trying to say as much as I can without giving too much away. But long story short, we left the bar.
Uh-huh.
You feel me? And the nigga that I was with, he was just tired. But it was just like, you know, I just had to sit there. You know, I just had to sit there and take the L because she was ready to get whatever she needed to get off. You feel me? So it's like, you know, you just got to do what you got to do.
So you just sat there till you fell asleep.
No, not talk. We was like on the beach and
like,
shit or whatever. You know,
beach.
like.
Okay, so it wasn't that bad, man.
Find ways to kill time.
Yeah, I just had to find ways. Like, hey, what do you do for work?
Dang.
Like type shit. You feel me?
So you a real friend because somebody would have to pay me for that shit.
Why though? Why should I have to pay you if you're the one? Like,
Look,
you should be happy for me.
You got about 2 hours,
right? You tell your friends they have a time limit.
Hey,
I'm texting you every 30 minutes.
But see that's not
updates. I need updates.
See, but we respect each other, and like that's what I was saying before. Like it's like we respect that. Like, all right, so we agreed that like, okay, what we going in here for? What's the plan? Where we trying to take them somewhere? We trying to do this, whatever. We have a plan, not just get the number and that's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so.
See, we don't really have a plan. It's like, you know, we go out and like, I feel like it's expected for us to talk to guys, you know, like that's just a given.
It's expected for guys to talk to y'all.
Yeah, well, you get what I'm trying to say. Yeah, like, it's expected for a guy to come and be like, hey, like, how's it going? Whatever, blah, blah, blah.
Especially
so it's like
on a trip, like y'all said.
Yeah, exactly. Especially if you on a vacation, shit.
Yeah.
Bitches go on vacation to fuck. Like, let's be serious.
Damn.
But,
really?
Thank you for the cheat codes. Hey, can we just pop cheat codes?
No.
Cheat codes right there.
Oh, y'all didn't know that?
Okay, appreciate that.
Niggas don't go on vacation with their friends to fuck.
I mean, I'm celibate, so.
How long you been celibate for?
Man, like,
I mean, it's only.
But I think like, you know, when we go out, I feel like it's just a given. Like, you know, you're going out, you're going to socialize, so it's like, you know, like I don't understand why we need to have a conversation about
okay,
that.
So black men don't cheat or have wingmen.
No, they do.
That's what you said, though.
No, I never said that.
So y'all putting dick on the itinerary.
No, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
Well, for vacation.
That's what you just said.
For single. Okay, let me clarify. For single women that are going on vacation, most of them, especially if it's a holiday weekend, are going to fuck.
So if it's a mix of single and women that are in relationships.
Oh, that I don't know. I can't speak on that.
We're assuming that the women in relationships are the automatic wing woman. They better be.
Yeah, you definitely got to take that L. Most of my friends that are in relationships, they're the wing woman.
Happy hour at 5, dick at 9.
At 9.
No, not in the town, like not on a regular.
No, I'm talking about on
vacation.
Okay, only. Y'all
never went on vacation with your friends, like in a group.
I mean, but
so y'all didn't fuck.
That's the question. Why is dick on the itinerary? That's
why?
That's the question.
I don't know why, but I feel like that's just a given.
You can get dick in the city, but you gonna hop on a plane.
Because you'll never see those people again.
Oh!
So that's what, okay. So
9 times out of 10, I'm never gonna see you again.
Okay, so but like in the city with your wing woman, right? Like what happens if y'all see the same people out?
What, that we saw on vacation?
Yeah, what happens? Or what happens?
I just act like I ain't see you.
Or what happens in the city if like you see somebody that your wing woman like just kind of like if y'all like, cause they could see y'all in the club, right? And then wing woman could come back and be like, hey he tried to holler at me from like last time. So like, and then you got to be the wing woman to the wing woman. So what happens then?
Wait, I'm confused. Okay, so
you with your wing woman, right?
All right, we
all
out.
Right, y'all out. You try to holler.
You try
to holler at a dude, right?
Okay.
Or whatever. Y'all started talking, right?
Right.
And then your wing woman, the dude that she had or whatever, like last time, right?
Okay.
That
so it didn't work out.
It didn't work out.
Okay.
So they see y'all out again.
Okay.
And then they trying to make it happen again. What do you do in that situation?
Oh, I mean, I would be polite.
Because you got to be a wing woman and save her from that situation.
I mean, I guess it just depends on how the interaction went. Like, did y'all go on a date? That nigga didn't pay. He made you split the bill. You know, his breath was stank. Like, it just depends. Or if sometimes it just don't work out. You know, like it just don't work out. So it just depends on the situation. But if it's one of those like you had a bad, you know, situation with him, then like we out of there. Period.
Ain't no second chances.
Ain't no second chances.
In my opinion, I think it's worse when women cheat because as men, we're not emotionally equipped to handle that type of pain. It's like,
man,
let me
go ahead.
Okay, I look at it like this. Let's just start from anatomy, right?
Uh-huh.
Men are givers, women are receivers.
Okay.
So as a man, the thought of your woman laying down and receiving dick from another man, like you get those visuals in your head.
Yeah.
I can assume every man has been there. It's like, damn, what was she doing with him, right?
Yeah.
We can't handle that type of pain because for us, for men when we cheat, it's usually all physical. For women, yes, there's some physical involved.
But y'all slurping a cat. When you cheating, right? You slurping a cat, right?
That hurts.
Yes,
but
you slurping. You eating ass, slurping cat, putting the finger in the butt, all that shit.
Wow.
You taking them out to our spot and shit.
Damn, not their spot.
Putting them onto our favorite TV shows and shit.
Yo, the last thing I want to think about is my girl sucking another nigga dick.
Yeah, that's disrespectful.
You can't be out here eating slurping cat. And then come back and think like, it was just physical. Like,
nobody
do you understand? Like, especially if you eat that shit good. But like, cause not every nigga eat pussy good too.
Sex in itself is an intimate act, so it's.
So you're not making any sense.
But I get what you're saying, but I'm saying just sex. Period. For a man, the thought of his woman laying down with another guy, we just not built to.
Why can't we feel the same way? Just because you feel like it's physical doesn't mean that it hurts any less. Because it's like you said, the thought of us sucking somebody else's dick is like too much for you. It's like, but you're slurping her cat, you're eating her ass, nigga.
I hope not.
And bitches be eating hot wings and hot Cheetos and shit, and Doritos and spicy ass booty. And you got a nerve to say like that shit don't hurt, and then you gotta come back to me like, like
with spicy booty breath, just lying.
It's the fact that you lie.
Let me ask you a question. One question real quick. Why a majority of men say, if my woman cheat, I wouldn't forgive her, I'm done. But we see a lot of times women will take that man back. Why?
I think that with women, it's like we are way more forgiving and we're willing to, stick it out. And a lot of women don't like to admit this, but cheating is not a deal breaker. And
see, that goes back to that, not to cut you off, that emotional part that I was talking about. We're not built like that. You cheat on us.
But I don't feel like it hurts any less. I just feel like because we are more forgiving, we're willing to, stay the course. Especially and I'm not saying that this is right, especially if we sat there with you and built with you, ain't no other bitch coming through and taking my shit. You feel me? Like we're really possessive over our men, and not even but when it comes to sex, oh yeah, definitely. It's not even I don't even think when it comes to cheating, it's more so an emotional thing. It's more so a possessive thing. I guess that's emotional. That's a part of it. That is an emotion, but so like, it's like possessive. Like we want to be in control of the situation, you know. And any woman that's saying that ain't true, that's true. Like we want to be in control. It don't matter.
Everybody wants control over like certain situations. Like I think that's natural, like dominance. You know what I'm saying, for both. Right. But like, bro, I can't agree with you and say like we ain't emotionally equipped for that shit. Some niggas may be more bitch than others, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, all right, if you man enough to sneak, all right, so in marriage cases, you know what I'm saying? If you dedicate your life to that woman, in my book, you cheating on, you a bitch. You straight up bitch. You know what I'm saying? Right. I don't care how many years, I don't care after that paper sign, bro, after y'all moved in, you cheating on her, you a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's only because what I've seen. So it's like if you man enough to step out on that woman that you said that you was gonna take care of, you better be man enough to take whatever the fuck come with her reaction to that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can't just be sitting here saying, "Oh, baby, I'm sorry." No, nigga, nut the fuck up and take it. Right. You know what I'm saying? You did that shit. Take that shit.
But I don't agree with the tit for tat thing either.
I'm not saying there should be a tit for tat, you know what I'm saying? But if it's like, look, I'm out, dude. You know what I'm saying?
I'm out. She wants to leave.
Yeah, like go. You know what I'm saying? She didn't earn that right. You feel me? Now if it's like girlfriend.
But what if a wife cheats on her husband?
Oh, nigga, hey, brother, energy. Take your shit and dip, bro. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like either way, like cheating in a marriage, like shouldn't be condoned. Like that's just
it's not condoned, but it happens. Shit. Nobody's perfect with real life.
I don't give a fuck.
But my thing is, okay.
What you mean? Hold on. But what you mean? It happens. You just so happen to slip your pussy on this nigga dick.
No, I'm saying
you just so happen to fall on it with a split.
You're not hearing what I'm saying.
Booty on it. Fuck that.
Nobody condones cheating, obviously. But I'm saying, like 50% of marriages don't make it. It's not all from cheating, but I'm saying nobody's perfect. People make mistakes. Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying is that it's gonna happen. You don't have to agree. I know your stance on it. Yeah. But I'm saying it's still going to happen.
So look, let me tell you.
Okay,
if it happens in my marriage when I get there, I'm just gonna take the L. I'm just gonna take the L and be done. You know what I'm saying? Like, does it like happen in general? Oh yeah. And all of y'all are dumb as fuck for staying.
And this, like, and this is why.
In my bad, one last thing. So in marriage, right, you'll walk away. So let's bring it a step back. What if it's you got a girlfriend, y'all been together 3-4 years, and she
we ain't married.
You're willing to stay and work it out?
Oh, if I get cheated on, I'm gone.
Oh, so you're gone.
Okay, you broke all loyalty. You know what I'm saying? Like you broke it all. Like you feel me? Like you should have been. You said nobody perfect, but you should be perfectly keeping them legs closed. You know what I'm saying? So perfectly and purposefully keeping them legs closed. You know what I'm saying?
That's them legs closed. No, I agree. But what I will say is about the whole emotion thing, especially like when it comes to men. And you know, when you saying like nobody's perfect, people have issues, whatever the case is. This is why we have great resources in the world. There's therapy, there's meditation, there's yoga, there's all these great things that you can utilize to help you with whatever personal issues you have going on, so that one, you don't bring them into your relationship, your marriage, whatever the case is, if you made that commitment to be monogamous. And you know, you should utilize that shit, you know, and if you feel like, okay, we went through all the steps to try to make this work, then okay, it's time to go. But I don't feel like that should be the first initial answer when you make that commitment to be monogamous with this person. You feel me? So it's like, utilize your resources. If you go to church, utilize your pastor. If you go to wherever you go to, meditate. I recommend meditation.
To try to find
a solution.
Forgiveness for the person.
But I'm saying, like, a lot of people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, I hear that a lot of people, like, especially men, like, oh, I stepped out because, you know, we've been arguing about money, or we've been arguing about sex, or we've been arguing about food, or whatever the case is.
And that's the bitch in them. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Right, you find a solution. You know what I'm saying? You tap into those emotions, especially when your relationship is on the line, and if you have a family. You feel me? Like, if you made that commitment, then you need to stick with that commitment. Yeah. I don't give a fuck what type of commitment it is. If you're supposed to be somewhere at 2:00, You be there at 2:00. You say you was gonna go on vacation with this person. You go on vacation.
With
you know,
dick
like
off the itinerary.
Right. No, not right, ladies. If you want to go get you some dick, get you some dick. But if you make commitments to things, like if it doesn't work out or if something comes up, you need to communicate and figure out a way to find a solution. Because there's always a solution to a problem, and I feel like people, especially men, they like to skip that step. Women too, because they cheat.
Yeah.
But we like to skip that step, and people like, oh well, I tried. No, you ain't tried hard enough.
I feel, and so like I really think
there's a lot of tapes on YouTube. Tony Robbins.
Like look, I think
Wayne Dwyer.
So I think that like in the cases of like boyfriend, girlfriend, or whatever, like if two people agree, like you say, to be like, look, we gonna be the only two people that we doing this with, right? So if somebody else, just so happens to, fuck something else, you know what I'm saying, they just so happen to do that, then if boyfriend, girlfriend, if y'all decide to work past that, I respect it. And y'all decide to deal with that psychologically, but personally, right. I'm not gonna put myself through that mental stress, you know what I'm saying? Because it's like, you just shown me who you were, you know what I'm saying? You might have had a weak moment, but I don't need that kind of weakness around me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's like, you free to dismiss yourself. It's cool.
And that's why, open communication is really important. It doesn't matter what type of relationship it is. Like you have to be willing and open to communicate with that other person because, a lot of things can be resolved by just communicating, talking about it. And a lot of people don't like to have these tough conversations, but like I said earlier, there's tools to get through those tough conversations. I promise you.
Man, but once again, fellas, I ain't saying that you have to be perfect all the time, but it's like, man, if you just make a commitment to a woman, just make the commitment to her, dog. Like that's all I'm saying. Because me personally, I just seen women in my life hurt so damn much over bitches. You know what I'm saying? Over bitch made dudes, bro. And it's irritating to see it because it's like, you don't understand, bro. You're a representation of me as a black man. You feel me? So it's like, if you out here doing this, you got other little girls that might see you doing this, and they might look at me as a black man and like, oh, black man weak. He do us dirty. So I don't need him. You know what I'm saying? You feel me? So it kind of, so it's like, so it's kind of like, it's deeper. Like it's like we kind of hurt ourselves in a sense. You know what I'm saying? So that's why really I would say, like, fellas, it do hurt equally, you know what I'm saying, in my opinion.
I think that men are just not tapped into their emotions as much as we are because men are created.
We more sensitive than y'all.
It depends, but you guys are created to be protective though. You guys are protectors. You guys are meant to be protectors and providers, and we're supposed to be the nurturers and emotional.
So that's what I'm saying. Like if a lot of dudes can't handle a woman that's like a protector and a provider as well, you know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I say, like, that's like they a little bit more sensitive to that, you know what I'm saying? Like, they can't, oh man, she looks strong, I need her to be submissive and all this other shit. That's what I'm saying. Like, the ego's too sensitive to handle that shit. That's what I mean.
Well, I don't think that, just because you're strong, that doesn't mean that you can't be submissive, because like a lot of women think that, if you're strong, you can't be submissive, and that is not synonymous.
We dang near need to get rid of that word, though.
We have power in other...
Submissive.
You said get rid of it? Why?
Because I think, like, we always say women being submissive, but, like, there's certain times where, like, as men, we have to just be like, all right, you got the lead on this one. You know what I'm saying? Like, we in a day and age now where it's like, and I guess this kind of goes to, like, the 50-50, right? Mm-hmm. We in a day and age now where it's like, both parties are able to at least attempt to bring everything to the table. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, sometimes it's like, all right, this person may be better at that, and this other person may be better at that. This is what it is.
No, I agree, but like I don't think that like women, we need to tap in. We have power,
yeah, for sure.
And a lot of women haven't tapped into their power because it's like and this is just coming from a personal experience too. Like me personally, like I know the power I possess. Mm-hmm. But for me to really tap into my power, I gotta stop fucking around with these niggas. You know, period.
So what's your definition of that, though? These niggas.
Like, I just need to stop talking to men for a certain amount of time. Like, because you don't have to say, yeah, let me take the lead on this. It's like, you know, just the way that I'm moving should want you to be like, oh, okay, I'm on board with this shit type. You get what I'm trying to say?
Got you.
Like, me and Peabody was just having a conversation about going vegan. You know, and it's like, if I do the work and I'm educated enough, and I'm not vegan, by the way, I'm vegetarian, but if I'm educated enough in this subject and I'm making good ass food, you'll hop on board eventually. But it's like, that's the power that I possess.
And so, and that also kind of like leans it back towards like when y'all cheat, it kind of dang, they do. I might have contradicted myself. It might cheat because we see all of that, and it be like, for those who can't accept the fact that, you know, that they did cheat and they gotta accept what's coming to them. When we see like the one that was like cooking and cleaning and washing my drawers out there, you know what I'm saying, like everything, like.
That's really powerful.
It hurts. Women got a lot of power.